Hey everybody, how's it going? Hope you're having a lovely day. Welcome to today's episode of How You're Getting Fucked, especially if you live in the state of Maryland. I'm your host, Louis Rossman. Today I'm going to be following up on the Repair Act. It's something going through Congress that's supposed to make it easier for you to be able to choose who fixes your own vehicle or perform the repairs on your own if this is something that you would like to do. The entire point of this bill is written in very simple language, I'll read it down below, is to ensure consumers have access to data relating to motor vehicles of consumers and critical repair information and tools for such motor vehicles. I'm going to read you some direct quotations from this, and you can tell me if you think it's a good idea or a bad idea, and whether or not it makes sense for your local senator in Maryland to be for this or against this. The bill is going to require that they make tools available to independent mechanics without restriction or limitation, in or at the same manner, time, method, cost, data content set, and subject to the same cryptographic or technological protections as any motor vehicle manufacturer, motor vehicle dealer, authorized motor vehicle service provider. And more importantly, they cannot force you to get specific types of parts through them. It says it may not mandate or imply a mandate to use any particular brand or manufacturer of parts, tools, or motor vehicle equipment. It also says that it's going to end vehicle lockouts to the data that's in your car, which is important. If this passes, independent shops and owners must, and I quote, have access to vehicle-generated data through and including the interface ports of the motor vehicle, including the OBD port NJ1939. And it must also give you access to wireless data if there is any sort of wireless stuff going on in the car. It says, to the extent such vehicle is equipped for wireless transmission of such data over wireless technology via any telematic system, the access must be given to you and independent mechanics. And it also protects your data. A person who accesses or stores such vehicle-generated data may not use such data for any purpose unrelated to the diagnostics, repair, service, wear, and calibration or recalibration of parts and systems of the motor vehicle, as such services are requested by the motor vehicle owner. And they may not sell, license, or transfer any such data to any other person except as requested or consented by the motor vehicle owner. So this is great. It says, A, it's your car, your data. The data from your car cannot just be given to an insurance company without your consent, as many major automakers have been doing. But more importantly, it says this is your car. And if it's your car, the data that has been made by your car needs to be accessible by you because you are the owner of your car. Again, very, very common sense law. Now, you'll see that there's a lot of opposition to this law that I've gone over on the channel recently. You have these astroturfing campaigns like what you have from Rev Up America. Don't hand your keys to China. Stop the risky Repair Act. Should politicians pick what's in your driveway? Stop the Repair Act. American cars, American jobs, American choice. More options, less safety. Investing in America, all of this absolute utter garbage that they're trying to make it sound like what this is they're telling you that you're not allowed to drive the type of car that you want, which is untrue. If you read through the act, it says none of that. They're trying to make it sound like this hands the keys to China, when in reality what it does is it just allows you, the owner of the vehicle, to get access to the data inside of your fucking car. Now, one of the people that is a regular viewer of the channel emailed one of his senators asking what he thinks of this. And I wanted to read you their reply. This is from a senator, Senator Alsobrooks in Maryland. Thank you for contacting me about the Repair Act. Your concerns are important to both me and my team as we work tirelessly to serve the people of Maryland. As vehicle technology becomes more complex, safely repairing and maintaining automobiles requires access to data, software, compatible replacement components, training, and sophisticated diagnostic tools. Presently, many auto manufacturers limit access to repair and maintenance data, which prevents many independent repair shops from being able to fix these vehicles. In April 2025, Senators Bayron Lujan and Josh Hawley introduced S1379, the Right to Equitable and Professional Auto Industry Repair Act. The bill seeks to give car owners expanded options for automobile repairs. It ensures vehicle owners, independent repair shops, and aftermarket manufacturers have a secure access to vehicle repair and maintenance data, which is critical to the independent aftermarket industry's ability to provide safe, dependable, and affordable repairs for consumers. As vehicle technology, I'm just going to get, unless if I read this, it's going to melt my brain. Let's just get to the part that matters. I'm committed to lowering costs for consumers. However, and again, everything before the but, or the however, doesn't matter. Affordability should not come at the expense of safety, cybersecurity, or emission standards. And she does not express her support for the bill. Cybersecurity, emissions, and safety standards. It's literally saying in the bill, you can read the text, this is your car. Because it is your car, it's your data. Because it's your data, you should have access to it. And you should also have the ability to provide that data to a mechanic of your choice so that they can fix your car rather than being stuck going to the dealer. He responded angrily to the do not reply email. By the way, I just love the idea of your representative who's paid from your tax dollars having a do not reply email. Isn't that nice? This is nonsense. There are no security risks with allowing me to bring my stuff to whoever I want to get it repaired. If anything, these large corporations have more security breaches and present a single source of attack for nefarious entities. Besides, for the fact of why the heck are they collecting my data in the first place? By allowing me to bring my car to an independent mechanic, I can assure the data is not available in the first place to be stolen. There are zero instances of the supposed security concern you mentioned actually playing out. I will not be voting for you, and I will let everyone know that you are clearly paid off by the big corporations. There are a few issues I care about, and this is one I'm a single issue voter on. Best of luck. And I appreciate it. You may say, look, he has a typo in here, and you know what? Yeah, like I would be pissed off responding to this too. Sometimes you get a little ragey when you're responding to bullshit like this. You'll see that they have these gigantic astroturfing campaigns in Washington, D.C., thanks to Steve at Gamers Nexus for providing this lovely footage, where they literally go and drive to the places that they know that politicians are going to be. If they know that this politician eats at this restaurant, they'll park outside there. If they know this politician has an office there, they'll park outside there. And they have these ads playing all the time with all of this complete and utter bullshit. Your keys are not being handed over to China if you get access to the data from your fucking car. And more importantly, if you really want to dig into just how evil these people are, if you take a look at what the auto lobby did in 2020, they implied that if you were able to get access to the data in your car so that you could fix your own car, that you were literally going to be beaten or sexually assaulted in a parking lot. I am not kidding. Watch this.
If Question 1 passes in Massachusetts, anyone could access the most personal data stored in your vehicle. Domestic violence advocates say a sexual predator could use the data to stalk their victims, pinpoint exactly where you are, whether you are alone, even take control of your vehicle. Vote no on 1. Keep your data safe.
This is not the time some stupid shit like this has happened in the state of Maryland. If you take a look at this video, there is a state senator, not a U.S. senator, who that didn't understand the difference between, it seemed like, firmware and source code. And when I pointed out that he didn't seem to understand the actual text of the bill, he claimed that all the right to repair people were racists and refused to vote on it. And yeah. Lovely. I'm just pointing this out so that you could understand what the senators in your state are saying and doing when it comes to this, and give you an opportunity to reach out to them to tell them what you think about this matter. In my opinion, I don't think that emissions, safety, or cybersecurity are threatened by you being able to get access to the data that's being produced by your car. And frankly, at some point, you have to start asking the question of why are these particular senators so opposed to you being able to have access to the data that was produced by your vehicle. If you live in the state of Maryland, I would highly suggest that you email both of your senators. I'll include a link down below, and tell them just honestly, explain to me what the cybersecurity concerns are. If you can't explain to me what the cybersecurity concerns are, if you can't point to one, then why are you saying that in the email? I highly hope that you reconsider your stance on this matter. I have not voted in an election in the last 20 to 40 years, but I'll be voting in this one. And I'll be voting based on your email. That's it for today. And as always, I hope you learned something. I'll see you in the next video. Bye now.